I'm gonna tell you why your clients think that you're an asshole. Knowing who you're talking to. Be the guy that looks around, understands what everyone else is doing and going, hey, you know what? These judges really like sweet and salty and sticky barbecue. I am gonna give them something that they're familiar with that is done exceptionally well. Hey, what's up? It's Nathan Mark here with another episode of the Selling Trust podcast. I'm gonna be making burgers because, you know, I gotta make my family dinner. But today, while I'm cooking, I'm gonna tell you why your clients think that you're an asshole. Probably. Now, the reason that your clients think that you're an asshole is because it really comes down to knowing your audience, knowing who you're talking to, knowing things about your clients that actually matter. So let me back up and tell you a little story. This story is actually inspired by my cooking right now. So I signed up for a barbecue competition with my cousins. This was a few years ago, and it was in, where was it? Idaho. We were in Idaho. So anyway, we all go out, my cousins, myself, one of my best friends, we all go out to this barbecue competition and have a great time over the weekend. Leading up to this competition though, it was interesting. My cousin, who's done a bunch of competitions in the past, called me up. He said, hey Nathan, I want you to be in charge of the pulled pork because no matter what we do, we just can't seem to nail it. So I agreed. I got really excited and I worked on my rub and my recipe for, I don't know, 3 months before the competition happened. And I was actually really confident in what we had going on. I ate more pulled pork in those 3 months than I am proud to admit, but ended up with a really great product, at least according to me. So fast forward, we're at the competition, we're doing our thing. We do our cook, and my cousin's aunt and uncle on the other side of the family just so happen to be there, and they are registered KCBQ judges, right? So they're certified barbecue judges. They go all over the country judging barbecue competitions, and they were there just to enjoy, they were just hanging out. And they tried some of my pulled pork and they actually told me that they enjoyed it, they really liked it, they thought it was cooked, prepared, seasoned, et cetera, right? Now these are judges that are giving me props, but they weren't the judges judging the competition. Fast forward a couple hours, we submit all of our meat to the judges do the judging, and lo and behold, our scores get released, and out of, I think there were something like 23 teams. Out of 23 teams, my pulled pork got absolute dead last place. A giant 0. And I was taken back. My ego was a little bruised, to say the least. I felt really bad for letting my cousins down, but I also felt a little insulted, to be perfectly honest, because I thought, and I had been told that I had a good product. The problem was, I didn't know my audience. Oh, also, to make matters worse, out of 23 teams, I got dead last. You only get comment cards back from the judges if you do really bad, and I got comment cards back from 3 of the 5 judges. And the comments were to the effect of, tastes like poison, the meat may have gone bad, or peculiar chemical taste in the cook. So basically all these comments were just saying your meat tastes like dog shit. And man, that was hard. That was really hard to stomach. Turns out the problem is that me being a California boy, I thought that I was gonna make something unique and fun and interesting. So I made a sweet and spicy Szechuan rub for my pork, right? It has Szechuan peppercorns in it, brown sugar, salt, pepper, cayenne, little bit of paprika, cumin, all sorts of good stuff. The thing about Szechuan peppercorn is if you've never had it before, it's not really spicy, but it actually makes your mouth tingle. And for someone who has never ever tried it before, to try it for their first time as a judge at a barbecue competition probably isn't the greatest thing, especially seeing that we were in the middle of America where Szechuan peppercorn flavor is probably not really all the rage. Yeah, so that was an absolute disaster. Now, what does this have to do with your customers thinking that you're an asshole? It has everything to do with why the judges probably thought I was an asshole. I didn't know my audience. I didn't tailor my offering. I didn't tailor my message to what the audience wanted or what they were needing. I was the asshole because I was doing something that, honestly, I thought I knew best. I thought I was doing the right thing. I thought that it was gonna be cool. I was cooking for myself. I was not cooking to win a competition. I was cooking for myself. And as salespeople, I think a lot of us, we sell for ourselves. We sell to win this fictitious competition that we've created, when in fact, our entire purpose of selling is actually to help others. It is to listen, it is to understand, it is to add and inject value based on what we have to offer to make our clients' lives, projects, careers, jobs, etc. better, right? That is our job. That's why we get paid. And when we miss that point, we end up looking like fools, right? They want to be understood. They want to be empathized with, right? Do you know what makes your people tick? Do you know what's important to them? Do you know what moves the needle in their business? Do you know what each one of your clients specializes in? That's all important stuff. Those are all things that are going to move the needle, not only with your relationships with your clients, but with your ability to sell to them and your ability to be successful with them. So I encourage your audience, understand what it is about your product that can help them. Don't be the guy that brings Szechuan peppercorns to a Midwestern barbecue. Be the guy that, looks around, understands what everyone else is doing and going, hey, you know what? These judges really like sweet and salty and sticky barbecue. So you know what? I am going to give them candied pulled pork, right? I am going to give them something that they're familiar with that is done exceptionally well, right? If we take that approach with our clients and we stop to understand what they want and where they're at, the rest is going to all fall into place. And if we keep dialing that in and if we keep touching base with our clients, it's only going to get better and better. Not only for us as a salesperson, but for the client, because the client's going to be getting what they want. Everyone is going to win, and it's going to be a beautiful thing. So I challenge you, take a minute to really think about what it is that your clients are all about. Take a minute to understand what moves the needle in their business. Take a minute to understand the type of business that they specifically focus on and the things that they do well and how you can help them do those things even better. If you need help with this, if you need ways to identify client strengths, if you need to understand ways to data mine your client, to understand them better, to provide them with what they truly want and desire, if you want to talk about that or need someone to collaborate with on this, let me know. Put a comment down below, shoot me a DM, find me at nathanmark.com, and let's talk. I would be more than happy to talk with you about knowing your audience, how to do it, why it matters, and the wonderful things that can come from knowing it. If I would have just known my audience, if I would have cared to know my audience better, I probably would have scored great in that barbecue competition. But I was cooking for myself. I was being selfish. It was all about me. And I lost. Not only did I lose, I got dead last. I got last place compared to the guy next to us that literally just cut open the pork, threw it on the smoker, and let her rip until the competition was over. Zero prep, and I still lost. We gotta know our audience. Know your audience, know what makes them tick, and you're gonna have some mega wins. I can't wait for that to happen. If you're already doing that, congratulations. If you haven't started doing it, there's no time like the present to start. Take care, and I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.